Okay, guys, we got to talk about this. We got to talk about this. And many people have brought this to my attention, and I'm finally getting to it. But here we are. My screen froze. Here it is. Victor Wembanyama practicing Skyhook as possible addition to repertoire. Hopefully I said that right. So let's see. Let's watch the video. This is what our big man had to say. We'll watch it on Twitter actually. PJ Hoops posted it. All right,
player does right now that you want to perfect as well?
I've been working a little bit on my Skyhook, Kareem Skyhook, and hopefully someday it can be a weapon to add.
Is something a player does right now.
All right, so we heard it correctly. Honestly, didn't he cut his hair? It's so strange seeing him. Like, you could tell that this was recorded a while ago because I thought he cut his hair, but I don't know. I could be wrong. Anyways, so here we go. So he wants to work on the Kareem Skyhook, and this is the thing. So a lot of people bring this up, and they say he's too skinny. His frame is just too weak. He's just so fragile. I mean, we got Baby Davis talking about how Wemby's a little giraffe.
Looked like a little baby Bambi out there the other night. You know what I'm saying? Little baby giraffe walking around. I don't think he can handle all this pain. So I definitely would have used my body against that boy.
So yeah, so silly. Okay, and the thing is, it makes sense for him to want to base his game around Kareem. It makes complete sense. When you talk about body frame and like the skills that he has, I don't think he'll ever, and I could be wrong, okay? I could be wrong. But I don't think with the frame that he has, he will ever be a Giannis type player. And I don't think it's necessary. Like, he's so skillful, I don't think it's necessary. I don't think he'll be like a Giannis. I don't think he'll be like a Shaq. I think he needs to, improve and get a little bit, stronger, get some more strength. But I don't necessarily think he has to bulk up like crazy and now he's just Dwight Howard walking around. I don't think he has to. His skill is so good. It's so wonderful. So I don't necessarily think that he needs to do that. He could just base his game off of more so Kareem. And yes, that would be a unbelievable, unblockable shot. And the thing about him too, and because I saw like a clip, and I think I'll get copyright with it, so I'm not going to show it. But there was a clip between RJ and Kendrick Perkins. Guess who had the wrong take? Perk. He always has the wrong take. He says something like, what's the point of him adding this to his game? It doesn't make a lot of sense for him to add that to his game. But Wemby, and all the stories that we've read about him, what we heard about him from his coaches, his trainer, is that he's continuously adding. He will add everything to his game. It doesn't matter. He adds everything. He's not there to show out. He's there to do business, and he wants to be the greatest player of all time. He truly does. He has that type of mindset. He doesn't just want to be the best 7'3" plus player of all time. He wants to be the greatest player of all time. So he's going to add as much to his game as humanly possible. And with him, the sky is the limit. Okay, the sky is the absolute limit. Now, when you look at players that were big men of the past that, had certain frames, they were limited in that regard, right? Like, I think Tim Duncan is one of the, not just the greatest power forward of all time, I think he's one of the greatest players of all time. Like, I would put Duncan in my top 3. I'd probably put him 2 behind Jordan. But yeah, I think he's one of the greatest players of all time, right? But at the same time, he did have limitations, right? Like, his speed, his first step wasn't the greatest, and I don't think that was something he can necessarily improve on, nor would it be necessary to. He had knee issues, yada yada yada. So he was always within a framework of what he can do and what type of player he could be, and he just perfected it, and he was just phenomenal at it. That made him one of the greatest of all time. Vic, on the other hand, he can do everything. Like, the only thing that he can't do right now is like dominate like a Shaq. But how many people can? I mean, the closest thing we have to Shaq is Giannis. Since Shaq. So like, yeah, you not many people can, but he can do everything. He has a quick first step. He has dribbling moves like a guard. He has a fadeaway shot. He has skills. He has passing. Defensively, his repertoire defensively is phenomenal. Like, he can guard guards. He can guard wings. He can guard centers. He can guard power forwards. Like, he's so impressive. Till the sky is just the limit. Of course he would add everything possible to his game. I didn't understand Perkins' like take on that, but I never understand his takes on anything. But yeah, like this is just huge. This is a big deal, and I'm not shocked at all. Like you're gonna hear every week. We're gonna hear something new that Victor's trying to add to his game. Like it's gonna be, it's just gonna be a normal news cycle going forward. I'm telling you that. So from everything we know about him, he wants to be the greatest ever. So he's gonna add anything he possibly can to his game. And I don't think he'll be restricted. At the very least, literally his floor is like a stretch big, but also one of the greatest blockers ever. Like that's probably his floor. So yeah, he can do whatever he wants. But it's a big deal. Let's see what you guys say. He's an alien, bro. I still can't believe we got Wemby. I know it's crazy. These last 2 draft classes are crazy. Yeah. Ew. Vic is the NBA's Elon? Elon who? Don't do that. Don't make that comparison. Ugh. Elon's dumb. All right. I think that's it for this segment. I'm excited about this, though. The Skyhook, that's crazy. That's crazy.